And they're working with multiple things they can put in top of this team fight.
Yeah.
Like we've seen the power of Mars. We've also seen heroes like Storm Spirit go against him, heroes that are able to naturally get outside of the arena of blood. This doesn't feel the same. This is heroes that have to stand and fight in the arena, but they have the strength to do so.
It's funny because I feel like in this game, it's almost a repeat of the last one, where Secret, they have the last pick, they have a Lesh already. They last pick Storm and put the Lesh on the off lane.
Is that a no anime flag as well?
I believe it is. So, EG, they're giving Sumail Lesh, no matter what. The matchup isn't ideal, but you should beat the Ember. It's just as the game continues where Ember starts to punish. But to win this game, EG, they need earlier towers. They need Sumail to be able to activate himself, get around the map, and get those bots online early to neutralize the global mobility of the Wisp lineup. But no matter what, it's going to be fun. They have the Grimstroke Doom as well. Like EG, they should have a big advantage in the mid-game fights so long as they find that initiation. But EG, or Secret rather, they're so good at just ebbing and flowing through the fights. They find kills, they back away, they regroup, they re-engage. So difficult to punish them.
Yeah, it makes it very difficult for S4 to get into the right position. But hey, we've been looking for a really big game from him. They were flagging S4 versus Xayah as one of the great matchups to have. We'll end up actually having that in the lane because it will be the Doombringer versus Mars on that off lane, which makes for an entertaining bottom lane. It is aggro tri-lane versus defensive tri-lane. And Puppey, as an Undying, he'll love this.
Exactly.
Already got himself a double decay, and how long can EG keep this level of pressure up?
Yeah.
In fact, Crit, he's having trouble getting out of the trees. Puppey was body blocking him multiple times. He'll go for another decay. Crit doesn't have a lot of life to work with. Rocket Brush is back off cooldown, so Stormbolt from Arteezy had to be used to create a little bit more space, but Puppey, they'll keep the pressure up. He's got a lot of life. Crit, forced to use the Stroke of Fate just to slow down Secret. No more dive, no more kill.
They're going to need Chen level 2 and a creep if they want to contest this lane. They're going to get out-regent, out-harassed, just thanks to the Undying and the Wisp combination. But looking for the pull is Secret. Oh, they get both archers. That's so big. They're able to get the denies here. That's a mega big advantage. It's a tri-lane. If you can get level 2 first.
EG's got to come down for these. Well, Yapso's already denied the first one. When they get both of them, Cristiano trying to hold the wave back. Able to actually hit 2 with the Stroke of Fate. Nearshore and Yapso, but because we have to remember, this is Io. You hit 2, great. He'll just regen it.
So far, though, Sumail's doing well in the mid lane, 10-3 against 6-0. Not really much going, though. You won't see any kills there. We can just keep camera on this tri-lane.
Yeah, it's not like the last game where you're like, hey, everyone's going to be really low because everyone's got Side Blades or some other level of engage. And even top lane, Xayah and S4 have abilities to disengage.
Yeah, they're just
through the Spear Reposition or the Scorched Earth. So Puppey will get himself a double damage rune instead. Oof. Okay, you said there was going to be no kills in mid lane, mid one. Force back, but he'll salve up.
And Sumail already off to a good start. I like what they're doing bottom. Secret, they wanted to push the lane, get level 2 first. They have the DD on Puppey now. And you can just see the strength of this Undying. Wisp Gyro, weak laners, but when you add this Undying, 71 base damage in the decay spam. Very difficult to contest.
Yeah, actually allows them to get some real damage in.
Yeah, Fly wants to take a creep. In fact, he does.
The CS has been terrible. Like, Arteezy have been having to use the Storm Hammer to get some last hits. It's 8-4 to the 7-2. Obviously, with the amount of pressure being applied by both supports. This is probably going to be one of the first games where Sven is not off to a good start when it comes to CS.
I'll be honest, if I'm EG, I'm okay with this. The tri-lane meta, that made the mid players far more important because they get over-leveled in comparison to the game. And EG, they love when Sumail's on this flesh rack, as the panel said, undefeated when he's on this hero. And he's having a free laning phase thus far, doubling up mid 1 CS.
He's really hurt mid one hard. Obviously, mid one's got a flame guard to potentially protect himself, but if Sumail connects on that split earth, at least mid one's got an extra salve that's just flowing out, so he can get a little bit more life back once he takes the hit, but
that might have been a kill there if that stun had landed. You can see Sumail, he's just continuously funneling out mangoes to himself. You take that early CS, you get nulls, mangoes, you can spam spells, play aggressive on the Ember, force him to buy his own regen. Again, keeping it bottom lane, still just trading. Very difficult against the Chen. The Chen versus the Undying, they're both lane stabilizers. Difficult to find kills, both lanes more harass heavy.
But you do have that second level over on the Chen. Do we need to see Fly move off? Like Crit's moving for the 4-minute bottom rune, which will be an Arcane.
Both teams doing a great job. You want to control the runes away from the Wisps lineup, and if you are the Chen, well, rather the Wisp, you want to block this hard camp, which he's now done. No creeps to play with for Fly, but he can't really rotate out to the jungle either.
Puppey wrapping around the back, looking for the body block over on RTZ, going to trigger the Will of War Cry and turn around into Nisha and Yapsor.
Yep.
And now Nisha, well, he's looking for his own form of harassment in with the flat cannon. Stroke of Fate will connect the Stormbolt only onto Nisha, and Yapsor will have no issue keeping him alive. In fact, he has the last charges, the flat cannon bouncing out, but who's the real target? Everyone's kind of hitting everyone, but no one's dying.
Yeah, and EG have a big advantage when these trade wars come down because of that Chen aura. Divine Favor was changed. You get 2 regen per second on every player now and +8 attack damage. So they're trading more efficiently. Rune spawning in just a moment. Once again, Secret will block the hard camp.
They're trying to battle for it, but Puppey doesn't have a lot of life to do it. So already EG going to claim 3 of the runes. S4's already claimed 1 up on top.
Yep. Sumail, so farmable already. Come down bottom, pick up this bounty. He might even look to get aggressive here. There's no vision from Secret. He's going to wrap
Stroke
around.
of Fate connects into Nisha. Remember, Yapsor's got that extra life. 10 stick charges available, and they turn the damage into Arteezy. The stun's available,
Sumail's
keeping
here.
Puppey back out, but Arteezy's so low. The balls are slapping him. Yapsor will get the kill, but Sumail, he'll get the wrap up. That's 1, that's 2. Looking for the 3rd. Yapsor tethers down 21 HP. He's got the distance, but Crit's got the stroke, but he won't paint the canvas.
Hold on, and the bottle refill for Sumail as well, along with the extra charge. Now he gets to TP mid. Mid one also cycling back, but very efficient movement there from Sumail. Top net worth, 1,000 above mid one already. And this is what, you're happy with this if you're EG. Your 3 cores are all top net worth at the moment. Bottom lane just gets more and more difficult for Secret. As this lane progresses, you finally are gonna have a creep up on Fly in just a moment.
Kind of actually then brings your attention towards the other lanes. Like what happens now with Mars? He hits level 6, Doom's hit level 6 as well, so you're gonna have these big abilities which we've seen from many teams just capitalizing the momentum shift.
But look at S4, he picked up the mana burn, so he's just keeping Zai unable to cast spells. He went for the Morbid Mask first. We've seen this before as a way to sustain in lane, but with no mana, you can't get that Rebuke off to actually lifesteal off the wave. He needs to get that Soul Ring out off the courier ASAP.
Oh, it is coming with stick. Because everything's so slow in levels too. This IO forced to remain in a tri lane. The level 6, that global ability that comes in from the IO will take a lot longer to come on board.
And that's just playing into EG's hands regarding the Leshrac. So much damage. You talk about heroes that turn levels into DPS. Lesh is the king of this meta. As soon as he's level 9, max stun, couple points in your edict, you don't just find kills, but you're also able to threaten towers. Mid one, you can apply pressure, but you can't get the objectives.
It's so hard for mid one to actually gank the bottom lane.
Yep.
It's just this one little hellbear controlled by Fly that's watching the side. He's not letting anyone get close enough, not without them knowing, and that's a lot of time being wasted by mid one out of the mid lane.
It's really cool. He's just got that little hellbear. It's a living ward, but it also represents 10% magic resist to his team. And if you look at this bottom lane, that's all the damage Secret's got. They don't really have that right-click power.
Definitely problematic to say the least for Team Secret, but hey, when you think they're in a bad position, they then turn it around. But EG, if they're a fan, they want to make sure this isn't a 3-0. This is a good way to start mid one a little bit deep. He's going to use the Spirit to jump away. Sumail knew it was going to happen, but he's okay with it. Burn another Spirit while bottom lane. Now it's Team Secret's turn to get aggressive. Stormbolt flies forward, stunning up Nisha, combining with the stroke, just slowing him down. But they go for more. There's no Stormhammer available. Arteezy doesn't have high amount of damage, but now with Sumail arriving, they brought him in. They'll have the damage to get through both Puppey's Tombstone as well as Puppey himself.
Well, as I was about to say, no, Sumail has no TP, or I'm sure he'd go bot with the haste rune. I forgot, Chen just brings him in. You talk about global movement. This could just be the answer to the Secret Wisp. Sumail's going to be playing side all game, the 1-4. While Secret 3-2, and he's still hasting, he's going in.
Pulse Nova up, they already get the stun over on Yapsor. Nisha low on life, Yapsor trying to play from the tree lines, but he can't give any more regeneration, but the wall is up, we're in the Blood Bowl, and with the damage Nisha from inside the trees, EG too deep. Team Secret show their sustain, they show that AoE control, I begged the question 2 minutes ago. What's the effect we're gonna see from Zai? I got my answer.
Just too deep, as you said. Sumail did not have the health to make that dive. Really, it was the mana. He couldn't even keep his edict going, wasn't able to cast his lightning either. Or his Nova, rather, and it just... That's what they need if you're Secret. You're waiting for EG to overstep. Mars isn't able to make that play aggressively, but he's amazing at teleporting into a structure, dropping down the arena.
This whole battle is meant to just be one of positioning, right? You got Ember Spirit who can jump across the map. He's going to be so great global. Same with the Io, and Chen just enables everyone from EG.
They have a ward. They see all three of Secret's heroes. I think they might just plant S4 down here and allow RTZ to try and accelerate around the map.
One, looking for a solo kill over on Crit. Sumail's going to move over. Searing Chains is already up, but the silence, he's in trouble. RTZ lands the extra stun. You cannot jump away.
Nice kill.
And now they go for more. S4. He's got the War Stomp sitting inside of him, chasing up after Puppey. Puppey does have Tombstone as well, so 6 charges, tries to get back under the tower with the help of YapzOr. He's able to do so.
They're just controlling the runes top. Oh, nice spear from Zai. He'll ensure he gets the bounty from right under Sumail's nose.
That's problematic for Sumail as well. He wanted the bottle charges. I suppose he'll get it from the illusion rune.
He'll take that.
So it's not as bad.
Yeah, I really like what EG's done here, though. They placed a bunch of aggressive wards, and then they moved this over-leveled Doom down bottom. One of the dangers of playing this gyro in tri-lanes is you don't have levels. It's a level 9 versus a level 5. You actually can't touch this S4 Doom. He's got 1,500 HP and drums. Like, it's not possible. So you're going to be forced to rotate into the jungle, which is still relatively inefficient because you're so underleveled. And Sumail moves towards the top lane.
Yep, he'll work with Crit. Try and just push away Zai's aggressive nature up here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really just a great rotation because S4 Doom being bottom, he forces all of Secret out of the lane, and then they have wards to protect him. They're teleporting Sven towards the mid lane now. They'll be playing with Fly, who's already level 6 with 2 creeps, thanks to the Tome, of course, about to hit 7.
Well, that's nice for him, but showing themselves. Nisha and YapzOr can feel a lot more confident on bottom lane. Yes, S4 is down here, but they still have a decent amount of harassment just to force S4 out. And it looks like Puppey and Zai want to do a little bit more than just force him out. Smoke up from the mid lane, and they are heading towards the bottom lane at the moment.
But here comes EG.
Fly and Crit will do the same thing. They got Sata as well as Centaur for this fight.
They're just going to let Artur farm. They want to make plays. Grimstroke is level 6. They have the Doom available. If EG can get their spells off before Secret engage.
They break each other's smokes. S4 took a second to respond, but the Arena of Blood's already down. S4 pinned up against the wall, combining with all the call down damage. Anita in close. YapzOr will take the kill. Even as an IO, he still manages to get it, but it's YapzOr.
God, that could have been so good for EG had S4 just juked a bit better through the trees. He's trying to bait. Unfortunately, Secret make that play 5 to 7 seconds before EG were prepared, so they get a free kill instead of what would have most likely been an EG-favored fight.
Interesting position for Crit to be in. He has a Dire Observer ward, so he sees a decent amount. But I'm interested to see what he's really looking to achieve here, apart from a Courier Snipe, because it's coming pretty close to him.
This is really cool. Puppey's not maxing the Tombstone this game. He has 3-point Soul Rip. That's, I imagine, because of the Wisp. Remember, overhealing now transfers to the target you're tethered to. So if he just Soul Rips YapzOr, whoever is the tethered target, you're going to get healed for like 500. Very easy. And then you look at the way Secret's playing. It's all about turning around the fights. EG are going to be playing faster, more aggressive.
Yep.
You need to have that ability to spin these fights like a top and then look to push.
Yeah, we watch Secrets to stay underneath the tier 1 tower. They know what they can get away with and the things that enable it, but they also understand now that Sumail on bottom, they cannot defend the tier 1 tower, so they look for something else in return. Zai is still farming up on top lane. They're trying to get mid 1's pressure into mid. Crit. A Stroke of Fate's really easily able to get rid of these creep waves, but what does Team Secret do? Do they try and force a fight up on top lane? Are they ready for this now that YapzOr has 6?
It's hard to say. I think it's about when mid 1 feels ready to go. We haven't felt his impact in this game just yet. 0-1-0, but I imagine he'll look to get aggressive soon. And that's the one flaw with Secret's lineup is that they don't have that natural playmaker. They can counter-initiate thanks to Zai's Mars, but the guy that's got to make plays is the Ember, and he needs levels to do so. Zai up top, though.
He's looking for a spear. He's able to get the Arena Blood up. S4 speared against the wall, and here we go again. No weight on the call down. They want the kill into the tower, and mid 1, he's the bigger problem. Does he ever jump away? Of course he does. Defensive Spirit back behind his tier 1 tower.
Really well played.
And they're going to keep going. Team Secret have a lot of pressure up on top. They still have relocate available. Zai, he's taking care at the bottom. But Puppey making the most out of this to, well, I was going to say to D Ward, but I realized he's only got one Observer Ward as he walks underneath the Observer and Sentry of EG. So the chance of, yeah, they already pinged out exactly where that ward is. It won't survive.
Yeah, cool game thus far. Tough to read. Both sides playing some high-quality Dota 2. Sumail with the Yules. I think that if you're an EG fan, you've got to be feeling confident. All three cores in good positions in the game. And if you think about how fights go down, both these cores of Secret, or really all three, they need to cast their spells for Secret to have any chance of winning engagements. If one Grimstroke Doom comes off, EG will crush a 5-1-3.
Yep.
It's just a matter of finding those engagements. In Secret, they play the cat-mouse game better than anybody else in the world, especially when they've got mid-1 on Ember.
Play versatile, play away from EG. That's the secret key. 15-minute bounty runes are spawning up right now. S4, well, you see Yapsor, and Yapsor will think twice about it.
And if he chooses to do so, S4 can purchase that Blink Dagger now. Has the initiation that their draft needs. Artur still farming up just consistently, taking out everything in this triple camp. Has the Midas, going Echo Saber next. He'll continue to scale. Secret itemizing more for these early engagements. I imagine that once they get the blink up on Zai, they'll feel more confident. Might look to make their next smoke move. Mid-tower has got to be an objective for both teams.
You actually got the blink on his opposite. The blink has already arrived now over on S4. So he's got that blink into Warstomp. Comes into the creep wave to fire. Didn't see a quick ping on it, so I don't know if they really noticed. But he wanted to come out to devour.
Yeah, and look at this, just continuing to help Sumail. He went all the way back to base. Fly helpfully summons him back into the mid lane. He's been on map effectively the entire game. 126 CS on the Leshrac. Would be the top net worth if not for Artur's really just great game as well.
He's had free reign of this jungle. Even when Team Secret have seemed to invade, they haven't left anywhere near enough vision, or they can't block up the cans because EG were already preparing for that type of move from Team Secret. We watched in game 1 where Secret just seemed to have EG's number, and in game 2 is very similar. Zai in trouble on bottom, actually going in for that Arena of Blood, trapping in both Crit as well as S4 tries to walk it off into the trees. TP Stroll's available. Crit and S4. S4's
Nice
got the
juke.
stun, but they don't see where he went. They went down, not up.
Now they saw the last animation of that TP with the courier, so they know he's not in the vicinity any longer. But well done. This is the Secret game. Playing every lane. Mid-1, we haven't felt his impact, but he's about to finish the Maelstrom. He has the Arcane Rune, level 12. This could be a good timing for Secret to make moves. Catapult Wave has spawned. EG, they're ready to rock and roll. Gonna group up around mid lane. Ult popped. Sumail smoked.
It's great pressure on both sides,
Yeah.
both bottom as well as mid.
And I like this from EG. They're gonna show with 3, but the Grimstroke Doom are not showing. If they get their spells off, this is gonna be a huge win for EG. But Secret, they're aware.
The Chen army just tanks the entire steering chains. S4, there's your jump.
Got
He
it.
gets the Doom. He found the target he wanted with a follow-up stun. Mid-1 has nowhere to go but down. 46 seconds without buyback available.
Look top though.
Yeah, they're
Arteezy.
looking for their own revenge, Arteezy, but they can't do it with just Nisha. Arteezy's way too big, and that Blink Dagger has only just arrived towards Mars.
Yeah, really well done by EG. They want to try and use this Doom off cooldown. They're so strong right now. Nothing Secret really can do to contest them unless they have a perfect tombstone positioning. You got to be wary of the high ground, specifically the ones that have that ward icon on top of them. You will not be able to kill the tomb. You've just the Chen and the Lesh really that are capable of
Puppey's
doing
in
it.
trouble.
Oh, wow.
He was right on top of the wall, but he was baiting.
reload coming
He
in.
knew it. They're trying to use it to get the Blink Dagger out. And now with the relocate, Sumail, he's trapped inside the Arena of Blood. Defensive Yule set will buy a little bit more time, and S4 comes in for his own stun, looking for the damage on Zai as he keeps Nisha stun control up. Support is there, but Nisha glimmer caped and walks back, plus the relocate.
Dude, these Yaps are Glimmer Capes, going back all the way to game 1. It's not the item you see very often on Wisp or Rubik really this
great
early.
catch, mid-1. He found Sumail on the top rune. He just Sleight of Fist Searing chained him and then spirited him to death. A solo pickup from mid-1, and that's going to just relieve the pressure that EG's trying to apply.
That's huge for mid-1. That's the one downside of Sumail's play style. He's very greedy. If it works, he's going to accelerate like crazy. But also, mid-1, as I say it.
Silence, stun chain is there, and mid-1's down. He got the last hit on the tower. Question be it worth it?
He's just evening it up, you know, recognizing Sumail made a mistake. He gets the tower, trades his life, both mid players.
Of course, he's such a nice guy, making sure that we have a very, very close series no matter what.
Hey, that's you pushing your limits. And I honestly, sure it's mistakes, but I respect and appreciate when core players push their limits, even in a grand final. That's what separates these two guys from the rest of the tournament.
Fly. His army needs to keep him away. Poppy actually committed the tombstone for this, trying to use the minions with the homing missile to chase. S4's waiting on the hillside, but it's only the undead who chase Fly up the hill.
And Zai, meanwhile, camping bottom. Has a feeling Arteezy might get a little greedy and come for this lane. They've got relocate up. You can see the Wisp Gyro consistently playing the other side of the map from Zai. TP coming in from mid one towards bottom. He's gonna push bot, play with Zai, who is still not shown, just hanging out in the trees. Love this from Secret. EG, they might look to get aggressive here. No Blink Dagger, but if they can stun, they might overextend.
They would love it if they can get that initial stun. Mid one's already feeling it. He's Slider Fisted blindly into the trees. So they know someone's around here somewhere.
Yeah,
They Radiant scan on top of the ruins. It is the 20-minute mark. And no one's walking close enough to ping it red.
Looks like it'll be a 2 for 2.
Looks like it. Interesting to watch the mindset difference as well of the mids. Mid one going for these phase boots. He's just going to do it with the whole walk across the map, where you've still got Leshrac with the open boots of speed, able to get those BTs and be a lot more of that faster global pusher.
It looks like a different build for Sumail. We've seen him go for this Sanj Kaya bots rush, but I think with the Chen, they might not think that that item is as important because you already have that global TP capability. So it looks like a Bloodstone will be the item of choice.
Oh, Zai gets the jump, looking after Crit. He'll get the Soulbind in return. Sumail's on the way with the spear, pushing Grimstroke into the wall. And the relocate, the double stun. Sumail to Yapzor, and the follow-up. They're just perma-stun. No place to be for Yapzor and Nisha. Puppy begins his own retreat, but EG stampeding forward. You got a blink stomp in 7 seconds time. Puppy trying to get back the tower. The Slider Fist, it keeps Leshrac out. He has to defensively use center up Zai, skewering back, but there's that stomp in from S4. He just closed the distance and allowed Arteezy to swing his huge blade to kill off the captain of Secret.
Really well played there. That was all Sumail. He recognized the reload. I think that Yapzor expected that there would be no vision. He tried to go into the little crevice in the trees by mid lane, but Sumail saw it and just immediately stuns. They had no reaction time whatsoever. The frame after they arrived, they're stunned. The Sven's there as well, and you can see great awareness. Secret, they're trying to make this play. Same move, initiate with Zai and look to reload in, but look at Sumail. Like, I don't know how he sees this, but he does, and bang. Perfect timing.
And then the follow-up from Arteezy. All they had to do was keep the chain stuns going.
The 6K lead for EG. They're already off to a nice start.
That's the reaction. That's the reaction when you do something right.
he probably is upset they didn't get a full team wipe. It was cool how Secret immediately got out of dodge, right? They noticed that this fight was over. Sure, you lose Puppy, but mid one and Zai doing a great job not committing, ensuring they cut their losses. But EG, you got to be feeling good. You're going to have a BKB on the Sven. I believe that's on Courier. In fact, it is. Like, you are good to go. And what do you do if you're Secret to stop Arteezy? He can walk straight out of the arena now. So much damage. You cannot go toe-to-toe with him as either Nisha or the Ember Spirit. It's very tough for Secret to take fights. They need to keep ratting, push out lanes, buy time, find pickoffs.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. We were talking about like effective net worth on heroes. EG are making every single dollar they've got count in this game.
Yeah, the Sven Leshrac is easily their best strat that I've seen at this tournament. And they're very,
the smoke breaks, mid one up the hill and away. That double damage Sven is scary, but the DD is wearing off. But interesting to see where Zai's moving. They're not even sticking around to battle around the tier 2 towers. They just want to pressure the top, continue the farm up, and get more money into Nisha. They really want his BKB before the next fight, and it will now come, unless they just want to TP back to base.
Yeah, I don't think that item's enough. You still have major damage issues, plus you have no real method of dealing with the Sven BKB. Whereas EG, if you get that Grimstroke ult, Doom, even just Doom the Gyro, that's enough. It'll cleanse the flak.
They're going up. EG don't want to wait. They don't care about pressure onto a tier 2 tower, not when they can take a tier 3. Io's beginning his relocate back. Gyro's here as well. BKB, the courier, still needs to make this last bit of a trek.
Yep, they're going to TP RTC.
And then the BKB's here.
Easy peasy. Really well done by EG. This is taking a page out of the secret book.
Because RTZ shows top, you're seeing Team Secret instantly looking for a fight.
And they saw him use God Strength. So this is one of those timings where, you know, Secret, they're behind, but they recognize maybe we've got this window where EG won't be able or willing to take an engagement. If we find someone, we could pick them off. But EG wisely just camping this high ground. They've still got Doom active.
I think it was actually RTZ who drew 2 perfect parallel lines straight up the middle. This is their hunting zone. Where is our safe place? Up on that high ground.
Yeah.
Keep the Centaur there.
Oh, and here
Is a
they go.
spirit jump up. Starting fit Searing Chains can do 2. The perfect wall up, but the soul fight combining Zai together.
Double doom.
Maybe they're gonna follow up damage. And no, it's just so much. Mid 1 and Zai. They just could not handle it. Samel's already got a double kill, but Nisha's BKB allows him to stand. Samel's already got a triple kill, but Nisha, what else you got left? You don't have anything. You've got no team.
Beautiful from EG. Active Shrine, high ground, the 2 Guardians, the Centaur standing. Mid 1, he goes hard. It's Secret trying to make plays. They recognize, look, if we let EG get their cooldowns up, we're not able to fight them. We've got to take this opportunity where we know RTZ's damage output will be limited, but it's just not enough. EG are prepared. They recognize the game state. They're going to be able to collect all the bounty runes if they desire, but more likely, they're just going to go straight for this tier 3.
You have Edict. There is no fortification to slow it down. God Strength is coming off cooldown. So RTZ has this back. And you just push it. You take a mid racks. The tier 2 towers are still up in the other lane, so they can't just easily push for a third. And with Team Secret respawning, EG do the wise thing and just back up.
Yeah.
Everyone's TPing away. In fact, they're TPing up north to potentially catch Puppey.
Octa Reed Core.
Sure, 25 minutes, easy.
Yeah. Great game thus far from EG. 1 racks up, but you got to be careful. We saw Secret make a couple mistakes that allowed a game that looked over get very dicey. EG.
Mid 1, spiriting forward, gets a Searing Chains. He wants a little bit of help. Puppey's going to be there, dropping down the Tombstone. Crit's going to silence him up pretty quickly, but the relocate from Nisha and Yapsor, still looking for that big target. Crit's over on the side. S4's thinking about helping out. RTZ protected by that BKB, going to walk into Zai's Arena of Blood. He'll get through it in time, while Grimstroke has died. Mid 1 really wants that kill on RTZ, but he won't get it. Now S4 finally gets a stomp off. Secondary chain from Fly. They just keep that Ember permanently controlled on Nisha. The cooldown will buy some slow movement speed on EG to get them a little bit further back, and Yapsor's giving him the help, but now the Stormbolt. They really want to get this kill over on Io underneath the tier 1 tower. A little bit more of a harder ask, but RTZ doesn't care. He continues to dive deeper while Yapsor can tether away the Shrine. They won't care about it. They just need to run right now, Team Secret.
Again, great from EG. They recognize just B5. Swarm, don't let Secret abuse their ability to flow faster around the map. Fight them. They're going to go straight into the pit. Wolf Creep picked up from Fly. Now's the time to start collecting those auras.
Why there's no Arena of Blood, this feels a lot more confident to do. No relocate. Tombstone on cooldown. EG have all the auras, all the damage to make it so, and Team Secret will not contest.
That's difficult. I just don't see where Secret reach an even footing with EG's damage output, and it comes down to the Sumail Lesh. I mean, obviously the Arteezy Sven, a force to be reckoned with, but when we check out these post-game damage numbers, I'm fairly certain Sumail will be far in the lead.
All he's got to do is stand there and, yeah, 19.2k, yeah, sure. Overall, easy enough.
And even, you know, mid one's got a Deso queued up, which conceptually is real cool because you're going to apply that minus armor, then the flak will hit even harder. There's a ton of spread damage on Secret, but are they going to get to a point where this the DPS and teamfights is equalized? Because right now, EG have that item advantage on effectively every core. They don't seem like they're looking to stop anytime soon. Age is active, BKB on the Doom, along with the Plate Mail. They're just gonna go full divide here. You've got Octarine on Lesh, along with that Aegis. I don't see them stopping here.
No. They definitely want to come up high ground. Funny thing is, when Nisha needs to come back, the courier may not be able to get his Maelstrom to him in time, so it's
just
kind
going
of
on a
caught
tour right
in a
on
long
Puppey.
place. And Arteezy goes in deep. Zai puts up the Blood Bowl. Samar's going to be caught inside this, but they've already got the kill over on Dying. Instant follow-up into Mars. He'll have to buy back Zai to get back into this engagement. And Nisha, Flak Cannon, starts cleaning everything up, combining with the cooldown. Samuel going to let this Aegis Immortal potentially pop, but he dodged most of the cooldown damage. But here comes the rest of EG. Back in once more. S4 going in deep. He's got stop available, but the Doom on the Ember Spirit. He'll get back into relative safety as Zai looking to skewer back Sven. He's dropping low. Where's the extra life? Homing Missile will also be able to get that stun out. So Arteezy is standing his ground, but EG stand together as one. They almost take the tier 3, and as one they will retreat.
All done. That's the name of the game. Force the fights. Don't overextend. They got the BKBs popped. Reinitiate. Sure, you lose the Aegis, but you're fine with that. You traded for a kill and a buyback. You get the Shrine as well, just continuing to add more of a buffer to that gold lead. Bot's now up on Sumail. Roche won't be an objective for some time. But look at the vision EG have. They don't need that Aegis. It's so long as they continue to play this tri-brush area with Chen, because you can just summon in your teammates. You've got creeps that Sumail can teleport to, and then you bring Arteezy to the fight. Both cores can continue to accelerate.
Seems almost too easy as long as EG can continue to not make any mistakes and give Secret opportunities, because Secret will capitalize if there is even a small opening.
Yeah. Even though, if this is any other team, any other series,
you say it's
tournament,
over?
yeah, I'm prepping my eulogy, but this is Team Secret. And especially after I watched the chaos of first game, like this is, you never know.
Yeah, you'd be there saying, hey, Chris, it's great. We avoided a 3-0 grand final, because last time I think Team Secret were in the grand final, that was their result. They 3-0'd out Gambit. They'd love to try and repeat the same thing, but bottom lane, Leshrac waiting for that opportunity. Puppy's just waiting for the 30-minute bounty runes, but where's the extra support? So far, here comes your TP. On the way, Yapsor gonna get stunned up. As a tether opportunity a little bit further down, but the damage, he's got no opportunity. He's already dead. Puppy gets his TP out in time, all the way back to the tier 1 tower.
Yeah, but they've spiked now, Toby. AC just finished on Arteezy. He's got a fresh double damage as well. You can see Leshrac, one of the best heroes against the Wisp. That's why you apply so much damage output. You don't need anyone else. So long as there's some follow-up disable, he'll be able to solo Yapsor this entire game.
Mid one can't even finish up his Desolator. He's been working as hard as he can towards it, but there's just not enough money on the map for him to grab.
Yep. Oh.
And with the end of the double damage of Arteezy, yeah, they need to slow him up. Searing Chains, Nisha, homing missile as well. Whatever they've got to stop Arteezy from attacking, they'll let it go, but they kill the missile in time. The Yorset are up in the soul mine. Mid one and Nisha, both of the cores getting caught, allowing Sumail to go in deep. The Flat Cannon damage is very, very heavy. Iron needs to come back. The Flat Cannon's good for Sumail. He doesn't have that immunity anymore, so the Spirit's forward. So much damage. Sumail's streak is ended. Fly will join him. They take the mid lane of Rax, but you know Team Secret, they definitely want more. You've lost such a huge lane. You need to get something back in return. Crit will complete his TP. Everyone's back out from EG.
Yeah, we didn't have camera on it, but that whole fight, S4 caught Zai moving through the top lane on the ward and just caught him with the Doom. So yeah, you can't overlap. They get the Courier as well. That's S4. Once again, utilizing this vision. These 3 wards are so critical for EG's ability to push high ground. And yeah, you lose 2 in the base, but you killed the Rax. That's key.
That's what's going to really slow down Team Secret. They've lost the melee on bottom. They've lost their entire Rax in mid. And the tier 3 tower on top. And like if we had some death animations on these towers, it would look like all the pebbles are falling off.
You can also feel the nerf to this Wisp. The talent that Tether applies Ags is now level 20 instead of 15. Nisha would feel much better about his game were he to have that extra damage steroid. And you can see right here, as Dyer, he actually scanned for Zai to make sure he wasn't hiding in the trees, then blinked forwards and catches the Mars off our map. Sumail just pushing so far. Arteezy, no intention of engaging, just ensuring that these racks die. He'll happily ditch his ally to ensure the buildings do fall.
It's like, yep, sacrifice, worth it, let's keep going. Next target. Top lane is the easiest one. This will be the push you want to have just to ensure that you control the lane around Roshan. That's the safest way to go up with the next Rosh.
Trying to think, what does Secret need to turn this around?
Jump. Well, they need Puppy not to die. Arteezy putting his God Strength and Chrysalis to work. 10:30 on the kill.
Immediately buying back. Even though Roshan is not an objective, Puppy is going to immediately try and come back into the fight. Will Secret look to get aggressive here? I don't know. His eyes seems to be hunting, but with no BKB.
Like maybe he can blink Spear, but it'll put him in a rough position. And there's no big AoE stun which is able to follow up either. Like this isn't like an OG comeback. We're not looking at a Magnus who's going to get a huge RP and hit. Because what kind of presence do you still have from these supports? You see the IO nerf a little bit, but you also see Puppy. This Undying Tombstone doesn't really seem to threaten EG at all.
No. They're playing with too much pace. Think about all the methods they have of increasing move speed. Artur running around at 476 with Phase Boost Pop. That's without Warcry. The Doom at 350 with Phase and Fire always active. And then the Leshrac of Sumail, 467 base. Even if the zombies are chasing you, who cares?
in this chaos. Did anyone remember the timer? Chen's creep is just sitting there watching. No one can hide inside the pit as EG group up together in mid. The whole team is here.
Yep. And they're still secret major damage issues. Fly adding to their troubles with the ISO creep.
At least Team Secret are not underneath an observer ward. That means that EG can't get that easy jump.
Ooh, but here we go.
Ember Spirit goes straight back.
This is big. They just got a DD on the gyrocopter. Still outmatched, but Secret, I expect they will look to take a fight with this because, honestly, I just don't know if it gets any easier. EG is going to take bottom shrine. Roche might spawn in 30 to 330.
Just seems so rough to keep the defense up. Mid one's having to do the hard work. He's legging it back and forward. They're going towards Roshan, so goodbye Chen creep. Roshan still may respawn in 20 seconds, but that's the earliest we'll get it. Meanwhile, EG continue to rack up more and more money, 25,000. The gold advantage is increasing, and the effective damage of Sven just goes through the roof. A Daedalus now totally completed on Arteezy.
The timing for Secret is the butterfly on the gyro along with the level 20 on the Wisp. That
He's looking for him again.
Enough.
Blind Blink, no, Searing Chains,
Stuck.
and the skewer back. Arteezy gonna have to wait just a couple of seconds. The Arena of Blood is up. They find a different target. Over towards the Chen with the Soul Bind. Arteezy, the clean damage, hitting into Nisha. He moves back out, but the BKB heroes from EG, they can just move wherever the hell they want to. Ember Spirit has no other choice but to die then buy back. Same thing for the Eye, but no buyback available from him. Puppey isolated down Samael, isolating that Undying. They want to kill him off. Puppey might be able to walk this off, but you won't have the same thing from Nisha. S4 staying on top of him, as well as Mid One. Mid One cannot die once again. He'll get the Searing Chains off. Finally, Puppey will be put into the grave, and he'll stay there. And EG can push. Look at Samael go. He doesn't want to stop. He misses the timing, however, on the Ember Spirit. Defensive Mule Scepter up. The skewer back. Pushes Latrak out for Mid One. Another stomp. It's S4 on the front lines. He's got it inside of him. They'll get the die back over on to Mid One. Nisha down as well. And GG. We level the series 1-1. EG with a very convincing performance. Not 1 point were they behind him. Net worth or experience.
Leshrac already seems to be the hero of the series, Toby. It's everything you need in this patch. Comes online faster, utilizes gold better than other heroes, and notably, so many players excelling on the hero in the series.